Hey guys, how you doing? I apologise for the mess in front of my TV. We're actually upstairs today because my father-in-law's had an operation, so he's downstairs. And this is my wonderful abode, which is an absolute mess and filled with medication, which you wouldn't believe. But today we're going to be taking a look at the gem box and the Gamefly streaming. Well, the camera may move a little bit. It's actually on my bed right now. I don't have any other room in the house because we live with our parents. So, but basically, Gamefly streaming is a thing that comes on the gem box. It streams games, and it can be found in the applications, I believe. Or maybe not. It can be found in games and Gamefly. Now Gamefly requires a 5 GHz connection, and the gem box only has a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi built in, so via Wi-Fi Gamefly is practically impossible. But it is possible by Wi-Fi if you can use one of these. Now this is a really old one. It's a Comtrend mains line adapter, but you can get TP-Link, and basically you plug these into your wall and you plug the Ethernet into the gem box and it should work. So we'll test it out. So basically we just plug it into the back of the gem box into the Ethernet port, and once we plugged it in, we actually have to wait for it to boot up and find a signal, and hopefully it will do that without too much hassle, but I have had it turned off for quite some time. And we exit Gamefly, and then we change it to a wired connection. So to do this, we simply come out, we go into settings, or my gem box, we go into settings here, and we go to Wi-Fi, and we switch it off, and we go back, and we go to Ethernet, and Ethernet is on. So now we're on via Ethernet. Now I'm only on a standard connection upstairs. Downstairs we've got the Virgin. Upstairs we've got utility warehouse. So downstairs is fibre, upstairs is not. But we can still use the Gamefly streaming app. Now again, I apologise if you can see all the mess in front of my TV. I'm hoping you can't. There's quite a bit of stuff here. I've got liquids and medications and various other things, but you can see now that Gamefly loads up pretty well. It says poor network conditions may impact your streaming experience, but we can still play games. So if we go on to something like Sleeping Dogs, for example, we'll see if we can get some volume up on here. I'm hoping it will work. It was working the other day, so. Now this is something that the gem box manufacturer doesn't tell you about. Mainly that the box itself, without having a wired connection, can't do the game streaming, and they don't actually advise you to get a power line adapter anywhere in their instruction booklet. But you can use a power line adapter, and as a result we can play some games. Now the quality of the game picture wise is changed with the connection speed itself, but you still get a fair quality experience. You got to consider that these games are last generation games, so the quality is going to be a little bit lower than usual anyway. I don't think we can skip any of this. Alright, let's come out of that game for a second. I didn't need to do that. There is a button combination to press. Now we'll try one that we go straight into the game. Now there's tons of games on here well, there's a few. You have to have packages, and the games do get added every month. Most of them are last generation games. There are a couple like Stick It to the Man, which is a current generation indie. There are a couple that aren't on PlayStation and Xbox, but for the most part you'll be playing Xbox 360 and PS3 games. Sadly, Gamefly for some reason doesn't have the greatest of libraries. It still has a decent library, especially if you're not wanting to pay the price for a PS4 and Xbox 360, or you're more a casual gamer. You don't see the point in spending on solid hardware or on, decent hardware. Then this is an option. But for example, we've just got Hitman Absolution on here now, which wasn't here before. Mars Warslug wasn't here before. That wasn't here before. We've got The Witcher 2, which was a 360 exclusive. We've got Borderlands on here. Bioshock, which is obviously not the remastered edition. Sniper 2, which I've played. Let's play some Sniper 2, and we'll show you what it's like. And this video should have been uploaded yesterday. For those who have been watching, I apologise. I've not been feeling myself, and I've been extremely busy trying to figure out a leak in the house. So as you can see, multiplayer is not really available on Gamefly streaming, so that's one thing you won't be able to do. None of the game's multiplayer seems to be available, so you can only actually play the single player, which is another sort of downside to the whole Gamefly streaming. And because we're upstairs, the background noise may be a little noisier than usual, because I've got the window open.
This is as far as we go. Keller, you and your men follow the river to the shoreline with the radar installation. Me and Anderson will cut off any support that might crash the party. We'll rendezvous there.
Will do. Good hunting.
And boom, we should be into the game, and here we go. And the latency actually isn't that bad, if you guys can see, which I'm not sure if I'm in front of the camera or not right now, probably not, but the latency is pretty low. There's a little bit there, you do notice it, but it's not too bad.
Oh, weapons call. Contact one soldier. On the mark.
Ready.
Boom.
Good. The guy in the shed's on the wiser. It's his turn. The hell's he doing? Cole, check your thermal. Okay, let's move. Careful.
So the games are completely playable, and visually the games aren't too bad.
Any intel on how secure?
But you can see that there is some blurriness and stuff, and if we go back and we try a different game, you can see a little bit of variation in the quality of each title. So say we want to play, I don't know, something like Mutant Blob's Attack, which is a 2D game. It was actually a good game when it came out. I enjoyed playing this. So you can see on screen it does come up with like network warnings, but it still works. And again, you can see the quality is not, it doesn't seem quite as sharp as on an Xbox, but the quality is still decent enough to play, and I am playing this on a standard broadband connection, so potentially it will be better on a fibre. And the latency really isn't a problem. So there we go, and that's how we do Mutant Loves Attack, and it's cool. It works. If we hold down the, I think it's all the shoulder buttons. There we can change stuff. Now bear in mind you do have to pay a subscription for this. I currently, luckily, have it on a sort of infinite amount to show this to you, but I presume after this video or in a couple of videos time my account will get deactivated and I will have to actually pay a subscription. Now the subscription fee is relatively small. If you check it up, I don't think it's too much. It's reasonably priced anyway for a streaming service. But bear in mind again that you are getting some games that are fairly old and not that new, so you may have already played some of these titles and that may be an issue for you. But like I say, if you're just looking to get into gaming, or you're not sure if you want to spend so much on a machine, a home machine that you may or may not play, then the Gem Box is great. You know, it's entry level. It's £99 or £89.99, I think. £89.99. You can pick it up. You can plug it in. You can check out some of these games, decide if you really like them or not, and then you can buy the system you want in which to play them on. It's a good option for that, and for those of us that just want something in the house that has games on it for when we're not playing our main machine. It's superb, and the streaming service is great. The games you can get are pretty varied. You know, you've got Tomb Raider and stuff, and that's an awesome game. Evoland, which is pretty good. Deadfall Adventures, which isn't bad. There's plenty of games here on offer, and a wide variety, so that's good. So I just wanted to show you guys that you can do Gamefly streaming without 5 GHz Wi-Fi connection, and without 5 GHz internet, and without it being wired at all apart from the device itself to a plug socket. So you can do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button, and please comment below as to why. Otherwise, please let me know your thoughts below in the comment section, and I shall see you soon. Cheers.